A Telecaster bridge is one of the simplest and plainest hardware designs ever made for an electric guitar. Some might say it's a little too simple because it's often hard to intonate the saddles. My friend Trevor Wilkinson came up with this version that looks like a standard Tele bridge, but intonates much more exactly. He was in my shop and I interviewed him about it. What did you design that to solve for a guitar player?
Going back to intonation, really, going back to be able to get good intonation with 3 saddles with 6 strings. We can go back and talk again about how a string transmits its energy to a guitar. Now, when a string on a T-style guitar like this, so this fits a Telecaster, you've got 1 barrel saddle which is actually holding 2 strings. So you've got 2 strings holding 1 saddle still. That string is actually assisted in holding that saddle still by its friend. So with 3 saddles, there's no question about it that a 3 saddle bridge will sound different to a 6 saddle bridge. A 6 saddle bridge will give you perfect intonation on all 6 strings. I wanted to try and retain that original sound, but still by using 3 saddles, but still giving you perfect intonation. So this is a 2-piece saddle, and this screw, just by loosening that screw, you can rotate that saddle through any angle you want to give you perfect intonation on both the strings that sit on it, but you've still got 1 saddle. And it's used by, you know, some really high dollar top builders because it is the ultimate Tele bridge. We're using cold rolled steel, which people sometimes make a lot of noise of. It's got to be cold rolled steel because it's very difficult to stamp anything but cold rolled steel. It's very important that a bridge like this is made of steel for the simple reason that it affects the magnetic field of the pickup that sits in that bridge. Just a classic Tele pickup has got the keeper plate on the bottom in steel, copper plated. That transfers the magnetism up through the screws, takes it into the bridge. This whole thing becomes a magnetic field. Now, I'm not going to tell you that that's why it sounds better or it sounds worse, because I never ever talk about something sounding better than something else. It's all subjective. But if you're going to do something, try and do it right.